So, hey, what's up guys? For today's video we're going to be making some Dizzy Bells. They're cocktails and ornaments. So you get a fancy looking tree, but really, it's your secret stash.
I helped.
Mason did help. He took a break from his channel to come and help us out here at the Rising Somm. And yeah, at the end of it, we're going to show you how to make your very own Dizzy Bell tree. Alright guys, just a heads up, these cocktails were inspired by 3 Christmas stories that we wrote for this video. Yeah, so we have 3 of them, and we're going to show you how to make them.
Honestly, that's a hella pretty shot.
Thanks. So the first thing you're going to want to do, guys, is open your cheap $20 Christmas tree that you bought at Michael's with a coupon. Thanks, Mason.
Anytime.
Alright, anyways. So I'm going to try and make this really quick here.
It's not a 2-step process. That is bull crap.
I told him it wasn't a 2-step process. Mason has always gone and cut down his own Christmas tree every Christmas, where I never had that. I don't have that luxury. I'm from Tucson, Arizona, and pine trees aren't readily available. So yeah, we always had these kind of fake Christmas trees. And so when I bought it, Mason's like, "Oh, cool, 2-step process." I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not really how that goes." And he's like, "No, the box has 2 steps." I'm like, "Yeah, but you gotta fluff out the Christmas tree leaves."
It was so deceiving.
It's not that deceiving. Look, we're already almost done.
Yeah, because you fast-forwarded.
Anyways, we're done. So for the next part, we're washing the balls thoroughly.
Be sure to wash your balls thoroughly, people.
This is a horrible angle.
Did you drop something?
Yeah, I dropped the lid. Why don't we edit this out?
You should edit this out.
I should. My Golden Girls t-shirt. This is supposed to be a holiday themed video. I could have worn some holiday themed something.
Golden Girls are pretty holiday.
There's one holiday episode. No, there's 2 episodes that I remember.
They're old and Christmas is old, so it works out.
There was one where Miami snowed. That was a cute one. And then there was another one where they got held hostage by Santa. And he was just trying to give him presents, but they didn't want to take his presents at the bank. They wanted to hurry up and get where they were supposed to go. And so instead he held up the bank and forced him to open his presents.
I look so... Oh my god, what the hell?
What?
What the actual bleep am I doing? Ew, close your mouth, you whore.
Okay, trying to stay monetized here, Mason.
Oh, sorry. I've been trying, I swear. You can say whore.
Okay, but don't test it.
I know you can say whore.
Okay, but just still stop.
I know you can say it.
Okay, well, we don't need it to be said right now.
Maybe.
No. Are we really just gonna sit here and watch us wash these balls thoroughly? And by us, I mean me, while you walk around and yawn?
Literally story of our life.
This is such a horrible angle. Why did you say yes to this angle, Mason?
You chose that angle. I was over there yawning like, sure, go for it, bud. You got this.
I know. You're like, I trust your vision. This is a horrible vision, Mason.
I know.
Thanks. Alright guys, I'm going to spare you. I'm going to go ahead and just say these balls were thoroughly washed. You don't need to see that I washed every single one of them. Alright? Yeah, on to the next part.
Last Christmas, my office had a get-together, and I got a kiss I have wanted forever. Under the mistletoe, like a great cliché, is where our lips found each other on that fateful day. I was giddy with a giant grin when my friend asked where I had been. In a very childish way, I said I kissed the beautiful girl in red. She had been dressed like Mrs. Claus, and with the news his face did pause. "You mean Sarah Jean?" he asked with a sour face. And I answered yes, with my heart still out of place. "Sorry to tell you, dude," he began, "but I just saw her with another man." I was shocked in disbelief. Who was this grinchy thief that stole my Christmas present? I had to know that very instant. So I paced around to find the beautiful woman in red, and what I saw I almost couldn't comprehend. For there she was again under the mistletoe with yet another man. I really couldn't contain myself when I saw the short little guy dressed like an elf, on his toes to reach the lips that only moments before touched mine. Immediately I threw my glass of wine. "So this is the guy that you kissed after me?" I shouted in a fit of rage. She laughed. "No, silly, the guy after you is named Sage. Then there's Jeff and Mike and Jim." Then she turned to the short man and asked, "What was your name again?" So take heed to my story of woe, to never catch feeling under the mistletoe, because when she said ho ho ho, she meant it. And this I now know.
Dude, that was sick. So, the mistletoe hoe. I really feel for the protagonist.
Me too. I can relate to the protagonist and the mistletoe hoe.
Okay, before delving into that further, I think we should just make the cocktail. Alright, so in front of you guys, you see that I just dropped in some peach schnapps. We have some Bombay Sapphire. And what I'm dropping in right now is a pomegranate and cranberry simple syrup that I made the night before. Very simple. You're just going to go ahead and boil up some water. And however much water you put in, you put equal parts sugar and a little bit of caramel syrup until you get a nice syrupy consistency. You put that in with your flavorant. In my case, the cranberry and pomegranate. Bring it to a boil, take it off, strain it out, and there you go, you have a simple syrup. That last bit that I just kind of showed off to the camera was a gold pearl dust. Definitely not cocaine, Mason. And what I'm doing right here is using Mason's there for the sound effects, guys. Is a emulsion blender. It's just nice to be able to mix it together really quickly. And that pearl luster will give it a nice shimmer throughout the drink right there. And yeah, right now I'm just showing you how to make enough to make one drink. And of course, if you're gonna make the boozy Christmas tree like we just did, or that we're showing you to do, you're gonna need to scale that up. Is that blue in the background?
Yeah, I was just laughing at that.
Oh my god.
I'm eating toast.
Me too.
That's Danielle.
Okay, Danielle, why are you ruining my shot? Anyways, that's the drink. And yeah, so what you're going to do is you're going to get the drink and you're going to go ahead and fill in one of your ornaments. Your hollowed out plastic ornaments that you get from Michael's, again, for $10 on sale with the coupon. You're going to fill that up to the top. And that would have been a perfect pour had I not spilled that little bit that I did.
Not only am I the coupon guy, but I'm also the sound effects guy.
Thank you, Mason.
So versatile.
That's pretty cool. You can actually see the shimmer right there in the video.
Wait, it gets better.
Does it?
Yeah, I have you pull the bulb closer to the camera. If you stop pussyfooting around.
For real? What's taking me so long? Alright, let's kind of fast forward to that point. Oh, I was looking for a hook. I didn't fast forward, guys. Yeah, there's the shimmer. Very nice. Very pretty ornament, guys.
There we go. Look at that perfect shot. I'm such a director.
Look at that beautiful mistletoe hoe.
I'm right here.
No, the drink made some. Cool. On to the next drink.
Hello, my name is Officer Douglas, and this is a story of my strangest Christmas. I was new to the whole beat, and like any old grunt I had to earn my seat, so that meant that I worked every holiday, and for this, I had no say. It sucked, but I thought, it's fine. The only thing that didn't make sense is why does someone need Christmas off with the last name of Goldstein? Anyways, that Christmas I saw a very peculiar elf on an icy street. There were 12 reindeer with a sleigh, and the whole thing was quite neat. I thought he must be a performer, lost not knowing where to go, but I had a weird feeling, so I still proceeded real slow. As I walked to the elf in the driver's seat, I heard the bells ring from the shoes on his feet. "Everything okay, sir?" I asked in a timid tone. "Yes, officer, so leave me alone," is all I heard from that little gnome. Even though I was green, I knew better than to walk away, especially when they are an elf in an open sleigh. I was taught first thing to ask is if you've had anything to drink, and when I did, I heard some bottles clink. No, he said just in a high-pitched voice, and now I really had no choice. So by this point, I had a clear view of some liquor, not one bottle but two, both as empty as a sack in the back. Santa was the only thing the scene did lack. I asked again, "Are you sure you haven't been drinking?" The elf sat there, lost in his thinking. "Well, I had some eggnog and nothing more." "Then how do you explain the empty bottles of Delmore strewn about the floor?" "That's what was in the nog," he laughed in a fit. And in my head I thought, dude, you're pretty lit. Now, since I was new, I still had a heart. I couldn't hide and asked if there was anyone that could give him a ride. In an instant he said, "Santa Claus." His answer did give me a moment of pause. Must be one of his friends from his show, so I gave him my phone and said, "Give it a go." He shook his head and began to whisper to the snow, "This is Kindle the Elf to Big Red. Please answer, or else I'm dead." And to my big surprise, I heard a voice as big as thunder, coming from all around, above and under. It sounded like the Santa in the mall, but I knew it was a voice I heard once when I was really small. The voice said, "Hello, Dave Douglas. It's me from the North Pole. And since you have been so nice to Kindle, I'll ditch your coal. You have now made the nice list, and I'll be there in a jiff." I really hadn't comprehended what I had just witnessed. But before I could question it, stood Mr. Christmas. A man with a suit all in red appeared from nowhere, and I swear it wasn't in my head. He gave me a hand to shake and a wink of his eye. I shook his hand back, or at least I tried. Then he whispered, "Kindle has a problem, but we will fix it," and before I knew it, he took the reins and yelled, "On Donner, on Vixen." And with that, they were gone in a flash, and to this day, I still wish I'd only seen a crash. For no one believes an officer who says he's seen St. Nicholas, and will always question the officer's mental fitness.
Alright guys, so this is a sleigh ride DUI. Up first, we're going to have Jameson, a little bit of triple sec, some vanilla, and some cinnamon. So what you see is I pour about half a cup worth of vanilla, and what you're going to do is just kind of make a wash out of it. You're really just trying to get the essence of vanilla. It's pretty strong stuff, so go ahead and throw that right back in your bottle. That's a clean cup, by the way, so just a heads up. After that, you're going to throw some cinnamon in. I threw too much. You do want to throw a little bit heavy pour in there, or throw a little bit of heavy pour in there, but definitely not that much. You'll see right now in a second here, I go and I strain that out. But anyways, you're going to throw about half a shot's worth of triple sec. And then you're going to put in a full shot of Jameson. Do you like Jameson?
I do like Jameson. Actually, I had it for the first time at a 4th of July party when I was like 16.
Okay, Mason, we're not condoning
I mean,
shaking.
when I was 21.
Yeah, exactly, 21. Alright, so once you put your full shot of Jameson in there, we're gonna go back to our good old handy dandy. Oh, not yet. Okay, I lied. We're gonna throw some orange juice in there.
Ooh, your first scandal.
For real, I'm lying over here. Did I really make this drink? Anyways, throw some orange juice in there. And then out comes the handy dandy emulsion blender.
Thing.
Yeah, that thing. Now, the inspiration for this drink was actually spiced orange jizz.
Spiced orange jizz?
No, spiced oranges. Every Christmas, Santa Claus would put oranges inside our stockings. And so I tried to make a cocktail around that. And yeah, so that cinnamon, vanilla, and triple sec all kind of leaned more into a Christmassy vibe. Yeah, that was tasty, but gritty. Like I said, we're gonna need to strain out that cinnamon. So that's what you see me doing right here. Yeah, it's just really easy. I got a Japanese sieve. just go ahead and tap that. You're going to go ahead and strain out all that cinnamon. I still recommend doing this even if you have the proper amount of cinnamon, which I said, like, it's like maybe a tip of a spoon's worth of cinnamon would be proper.
It's for the flavor, not the texture.
Exactly. So just sieve all that out. Once you're done sieving that, then the drink is ready to be poured. That's a lot of sieving. Osha's better at editing.
I'm just fast forward this part.
No, this is fast forward.
Oh.
Times 20.
Oh.
Yeah, this is really fast forward.
Okay.
Didn't you notice the really fast taps?
I just thought you were that good.
Oh, well, thank you, Mason. Alright, now we're finally to the part where we're pouring into our ornament. Yeah, yay.
Yay! Insert kids cheer.
We don't have that audio file. I don't want to look it up.
I'll help you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yay! There's me
Look
again,
at you.
my skinny ass walking around looking like Jack Skellington.
What I did was I just kind of finished off with a little bit of water at the top right there, just to kind of throw it up to the top. It really made no difference to the flavor of the cocktail. That was just more to fill the ornament.
I want to buy a Christmas hat, so I really can be Jack Skellington.
You should make one then.
I want to buy one.
You should make one.
The dollar store.
And there we have it! The sleigh ride DUI.
Yay!
It looks like a hot mess.
Yeah.
Basically a DUI.
It's cute. Been there, done that. Just kidding, don't do that.
I did not put any of the luster pearl in there because the cinnamon kind of takes place of that.
Yes.
Alright, I think we're on to our last cocktail, Mason.
Cute.
For real.
It's fun to drink and to think about life and how it's synced from wine to beer to liquor and in between. From all that's new in this scene. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go. So let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Like, why did the Nazis love Veuve Clicquot? Or why did Sideways hate Merlot? And why doesn't booze freeze in the snow? Are all things to you I'd love to show. I'd like to start the night with a glass, sit back and join my class. I promise to talk real slow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Here at the House of the Rising Somm, we try to correct the right to wrong. From what... Wait, that was backwards. So, let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. And when we finally learn something new, how happy I'll be for me and for you. Because we will finally now know how to let it flow, let it flow, let it flow.
Alright guys, here we go for the last cocktail. Let it flow. This is actually my favorite cocktail, all three. It's got the best look to it, the best taste, I think, overall. And it's just an over-glorified mojito. Okay, over-glorified snow globe. I was going to say mojito with vodka instead of rum.
What's the difference?
I guess. So as you see here, we have F and vodka. We're using peppermint schnapps and some Pellegrino with a little bit of powdered sugar. Some of that pearl luster again. Oh, I also failed to mention this in the first cocktail, but make sure to get the food grade safe pearl luster. You'll find it at Michael's in the food aisle.
Next to the edible pearl.
Yeah, edible pearls, the fondant, all that good stuff, you know? And it's important to use powdered sugar in this one because we want that cloudy look, okay? Because essentially we do want it to look like a snowstorm inside the ornament there. Yeah, so that's a full shot of vodka, half a shot of peppermint schnapps, a splash of Pellegrino, and again, about a crack spoon's worth of pearl luster there. After you put the pearl luster, you're good to go with your, how's it go, Mason?
Do what?
The emulsion blender.
Oh, we're not at that part yet.
It's almost there.
Nom.
Oh, sorry. I guess we're not at that part yet.
No, we're definitely not at that part yet.
We're not. Yep. You're gonna put your Pellegrino in there. Close it up, and you're gonna lose a little bit of the effervescence. Don't worry about that. Pellegrino has high sodium, so that salty flavor in it.
No.
There it was. But yeah, you're going to lose a little bit of the effervescence, but not too much. You just want to give it a nice little spin of the emulsion blender right there, and you'll see right there how it gets that cloudiness to it. I went ahead and used the silver luster on this one. Inside the mistletoe hoe, I used the gold luster. Yeah, just whatever you choose. It's all good.
Spice it up. Get different colors.
That's true. You make these ornaments whatever you want to make
Mix
them.
2 colors of the edible crack, you know?
Edible crack. Yeah, no.
Get dizzy. With these dizzy bells.
It's been a lot of fun making these dizzy bells. It was a lot more fun drinking them though. Alright, so you're going to just fill your globe up one last time.
Don't forget to accidentally spill.
I don't think I accidentally spilled in this one. I'm pretty sure.
The second round with the Pellegrino.
Oh, did I?
You might have, I don't know.
Yeah, you can just top it off with some Pellegrino if you're a little bit short there like I was. And that also helps to give it a little bit more of the effervescence that we lost in the blender. There we go. We're going to top that off with one of the little hookies. Hookies? Hooks. Yeah, one of the little hooks.
It's gonna fizz.
That was a slight fizz. Yeah, that was negligible. And there we go.
Get dizzy.
Nice, pretty little snow globe there.
The camera really doesn't do it justice.
It doesn't. Like, in the actual lighting, I've seen it in person, it looks like a snow globe. It looks like a little winter wonderland in there. Well, thank you for saying so, Mason.
Yeah, Dizzy Wonderland.
A Disney Wonderland. Get slizzard in a blizzard.
In the liquor wonderland.
Let's go hang it up on the tree now. Alright, we're right back to where we started. Here's the finished product. Hang up all your cocktails there and display your liquor bottles at the bottom like they're Christmas presents. Please ignore the electrical wires hanging out there. Yeah, that's a better angle. Nice and pretty. It was a lot of fun. It was even more fun drinking these after that. And I really hope you and your family enjoy making these cocktails together, making some memories, losing some memories. So I just want to tell you, it's been a lot of fun making videos for y'all, and I've really enjoyed learning different storylines and different pieces to share with everyone. This video in particular was a really cool passion piece for me. It really highlights my background in being behind bars. Probably not the best way to put that. Working bars as a bartender, and really how I got my start in the whole industry. I want to say thank you to Mason for helping out so much with this video. It was really, really nice and sweet of him to go ahead and just put up with my antics, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he enjoyed tasting the alcohol throughout the process. I also want to thank a lot of my mentors that helped me get to this point, and colleagues. They know who they are, and the most important person, people, entity that I want to thank are all of you for watching. It really has been a lot of fun, and you have all given such great feedback, great comments. I've gotten a lot of DMs on my Instagram from people who have seen the videos and are very encouraging to continue. That being said, I wish you all the happiest of holidays. I hope you all get to spend time with your families. I know if you're in the industry, it's really difficult when the holidays come around and you don't get to spend that special day with them, but I know we find a way to. Along those lines too, I also want everyone to be safe this holiday season. I know this channel is dedicated to alcohol and how it fits into our lives, but let's make sure it fits in correctly. It fits where it should be. So be safe, guys. Get your designated drivers. Get that Uber, get that Lyft, whatever it takes to get home safely, okay? And I'm really looking forward to making more videos as time comes by. Thank you very much. Happy holidays. And I'll see you next time at the House of the Rising Somm.